Self-destruct initiated in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Pardon the Intermission, a podcast that takes a look at movies, TV, and all things entertainment, from the past, the present, and the future. Remember to subscribe and like the podcast, and give a review. This helps out the podcast and is greatly appreciated. Now on to the show.
Yes, hey everyone, welcome to Pardon the Intermission. I am Eric.
And I am Jason.
We hope you're all doing well out there. Always check out our social media. We are on X at PTI_podcast.
And you can find us on Facebook at Pardon the Intermission.
We watched the trailer for The Acolyte. And what are your thoughts? Now, this is coming out June the 4th?
It's coming out June the 4th.
Okay, June 4th this year.
Yes.
The Acolyte.
And for those of you who don't know what The Acolyte
yeah.
is, this is going to be the most recent Star Wars streaming series that will air on Disney+. Now,
for those of us who don't know what The Acolyte is, it's probably the most of us.
right,
Who knows
exactly.
what The Acolyte? What is this? Right?
95% of us don't know.
What is it, though? You know what it is. So what's kind of the general idea
the
here?
The general theme or the general synopsis of this series, it's about a group of young Jedi, who are hunted down. And they're hunted down by some dark Jedi. And
does this take place before? What's in the timeline? Does this take place?
I believe, from a timeline perspective, this takes place during the events of the Old Republic. Still, so we're talking about before the events of Episode 1, maybe a little bit thereafter. I have to do a little bit more research on that to find out timeline-wise what we're dealing with. But so this series has an interesting genesis to it, Eric, because originally it was shelved. Originally, they were planning for it during COVID. They had to shelve it because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and there really wasn't any clear-cut, definitive answer as to whether they were going to bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they did. And so now it's going to air on Disney Plus, like you said, on June 4th. It's going to have Carrie-Anne Moss in it. She's very familiar to sci-fi fans. She was in The Matrix. She was in one of Christopher Nolan's best films, Memento. She's been in a few other things, too. And she's going to star in it as one of the main characters. And after watching the trailer, I got to say this. The only thing I don't like about it, a lot of martial arts choreography. Here's the reason why. Jedi are not martial artists.
Yeah.
They are masters of the Force. They know how to use the Force for knowledge, events, and to defend themselves. The fact that this series looks like it's going to be a Matrix/Star Wars film, I'm not sure, Eric. Maybe I'm passing too much judgment. But when I saw all the martial arts choreography in the parts of the teaser that I saw, I said to myself, Jedi aren't martial artists. They're not kung fu artists. What's going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was trying to look up who's directing this. Who's the head over this? I can't remember what her name is.
It's not Kathy Kennedy. I think
no. She's obviously the production, right? I mean, she's she oversees Lucasfilm. Let's see. I'm trying to look here. Well, here's what I'm getting at. I saw it. Here's the deal. I will agree with you. I think that it's not that. I don't know about the kung fu stuff, the karate stuff so much, but what it is too is I saw them using the Force a lot. At least that's what they showed in the trailer. And my thing is that, Jedi are very reserved, but if this is just going to be like a, Force, every 5 seconds they're tossing somebody back. They're overusing that power. That was kind of one of the mystiques with the original trilogy, right? Is that it was only used in certain. I mean, obviously, if they're doing a lightsaber battle, but still, it was used with restraint.
Yes.
It wasn't used every 5 seconds.
Right.
So that's kind of what gets me too. They're maybe throwing too much force use in there. I don't know if you could say that. But the other thing that gets me too is that I was watching it, and to me, it's kind of like. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of faith in Star Wars. In Lucasfilm, in Disney right now, in general.
I don't blame you. The only Star Wars product that you like right now is Andor.
Yeah.
And season 2 of Andor is right around the corner, I might add.
Which will be interesting what they do with that.
It will. It'll be interesting to see the direction they go with that.
Yeah. But yeah, so to answer your question, I'm not sure because I don't have faith in Disney anymore. I don't have faith in Lucasfilm. So I don't have a lot of faith in this. It looked okay. I wasn't super. It didn't really catch me. And you know what? The other thing too is that we're going with another series again where there's a bunch of characters we have no idea. And it's almost like, you have to do all this research, and read all these novels just to get an idea of who these characters are, or to feel, because that's what I felt with Ahsoka. That it's like, you have this kind of big divide between people who know the story and that are into it and they know the characters, and then people that don't. Now whether they liked it or not, depending on that, I mean that's a whole different show. But I mean, so you kind of have this divide, and they didn't do a good job. What I'm getting at is they didn't do a good job of explaining of who these people were,
right?
What is their connection into this universe, and that's what. So it's kind of like I don't know if I want to try to get involved in more characters, So. That was what the good thing was about Kenobi. They totally blew that one. But that was a good thing because they already had these characters built in. People knew who these characters were.
And I like Kenobi a lot more than you do. So I do.
Maybe someday I'll have to revisit it. But man, what a disaster! I think. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
You. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah, you're getting pretty good. Unfortunately, on this show, it seems like with Disney that button's getting used a lot.
I know. I'm afraid we're going to break it here for. Excessive use.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, that's my thoughts. Acolyte. Yes. To be honest with you, man, I'm not really sure. I may try that. It has. It's going to be a 2-series episode drop on the 4th. So they're going to have two episodes of the series. Excuse me. There are 2 episodes of the series
are going to drop on the same.
Same day. Yes. So I may try to watch at least one to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just looked. I don't know. It didn't look like Star Wars to me as much as I am used to or as I want. Now that's just a personal thing, but
No, I got you. I got you.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you can on these platforms, podcast platforms, leave a review for us. It always helps out the show. We appreciate it. Check out our social media
and don't forget to leave us those ratings.
Yeah, and leave us the ratings. Also check out YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. It's at Pardon the Intermission. We do a lot of trailer reviews. We're throwing up other stuff up there too. So anyway, you guys take care out there, and we will see you on the next one.
On the flip side, peace out. God bless.